Welcome to this special place to be with God. Here we can listen to God, we can talk to God, we can tell the stories of God. We don't have to hurry because we have all the time we need. And we try to talk more softly because someone might be talking to God and we don't want to disturb them. We'll start this morning with our greeting. Christ is risen. Christ is risen indeed. I'm going to light our Christ candle now. And we light our candle every time we gather together because it reminds us that Christ is always with us. And now I'm going to sing Be Still and Know. So I hope that you will join in singing with me. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am God. So when we hear that song and when we sing that song, we know that it's time to hear one of God's stories. So I'm going to move our candle to the side a little bit. After Jesus rose from the dead, the disciples continued to meet together every Sunday, the first day of the week. This Sunday, they were happy because last week Jesus had been with them. They had seen Jesus alive in this very room. He had said, "Peace be with you. As God has sent me, so I will send you to do the same things that I have said and done." And then he breathed on them and he said, "Receive the Holy Spirit." But Thomas was not with them that day. And when Thomas heard their story, he said, "Unless I see the nail marks in Jesus' hands and put my hand on his side, I will not believe that Jesus is alive." So they closed the doors of the room where they were meeting. But someone appeared. He said, "Peace be with you. Thomas, look at my hands. Come and touch the marks in my hands, and put your hand in my side. Stop doubting and believe." Thomas said, "My Lord and my God." Thomas, Jesus said, do you believe because you have seen me? Blessed is everyone who has not seen me and yet believes. I wonder why Thomas didn't believe the rest of the disciples when they told him Jesus was alive. You can pause your video between these questions if you want to discuss them and wonder about them with your family. I also wonder how that made the disciples feel when Thomas wouldn't believe that Jesus was alive. I wonder then how Thomas felt when he saw Jesus that day. I wonder what it felt like when Jesus had met with them the week before and breathed on them and said, "Receive the Holy Spirit." Or I wonder what they thought when Jesus said he was going to send them out to do the things that he had said and done. I wonder what Mary Magdalene would do and where she would go. Or I wonder what Peter will do. Or what any of the disciples will do. I wonder where Jesus sends us. Our story today is from the Bible. It's from the book of John in chapter 20, and it starts at verse 24. But Thomas, who was called the twin, one of the 12, was not with them when Jesus came. So when the other disciples told him, "We have seen the Lord," he said to them, "Unless I see the mark of the nails in his hands, and put my finger in the mark of the nails and my hand in his side, I will not believe." A week later, his disciples were again in the house, and Thomas was with them. Although the doors were shut, Jesus came and stood among them and said, "Peace be with you." Then he said to Thomas, "Put your finger here and see my hands. Reach out your hand and put it in my side. Do not doubt, but believe." Thomas answered him, "My Lord and my God." Jesus said to him, "Have you believed because you have seen me? Blessed are those who have not seen and yet have come to believe." Now I'm going to change the light. And we change the light because it reminds us that the light that is in one place at one time can be in many places at many times. It can be here in this room. It can be where you are with your family. And it's everywhere that we go. Amen.